Hello.
Hello and welcome. This is Rod Pensine.
I'm Daniela Torres, and this is Marketing for Therapists. This is a KI agency podcast, and we help therapists thrive in their marketing.
Today, I think we are tapping the core, the primary stone. How does it call like those like
The juice,
whatever, of the whole marketing. The topic today is a little romantic, we can say, but it's also so important, so strategic. How can you match your vision, your passion to your marketing? And there is a word for that. There is a technology for that. There is a science for that. And is it called
branding.
So give us a class on branding and connecting your emotions and your emotion connections, your story.
I want to start saying that branding is not logo. Branding is not logo. Branding is positioning. A logo is an asset of the brand. I'm talking about terminology because a lot of people say, oh, my branding. There's no such thing. You can say my logo, my brand, but branding is the act of creating a positioning strategy that will determine the experience that your clients will have when they're in contact with your brand or business. So branding is strategy, experience, it's not visuals. The visuals are the assets that are part of the brand. So it's very important to get that out of the way. Now, when we're talking about branding and positioning, I have a lot of people that talk about the why. Oh, the why. I feel like we have talked about the why so much that we need to talk about the why and the because. So it's the why, the why, it's because, it's always been my dream. But okay, but you're doing this now because, and then you go a little bit further.
That's great.
Because you can have a why that is very deep into your soul, and you have a why you decided to study to be a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist. I'm sure you have a why, but you're doing this continuously. You have chosen this as a career, and you have chosen to stay in this career because you have to bring the past and your story with you, but you also have to continue to build your story as you go. So it's not just the why, what happened that made you.
What would you say to someone that is actually almost like not super confident on their brand? I mean, their vision maybe feels like bigger than themselves. Right?
Yeah, it goes down to two things: passion and authenticity. If you're feeling insecure about your brand, it means that you're not being 100% authentic. We can't do marketing if you're not being authentic to yourself. If you wear a mask and you do your marketing, eventually this mask will fall off and it will nothing will make sense. If you want to be connected to who you are as an individual and who your brand is as a whole, like as a company, as something that you are creating constantly, you need to be authentic. If you're feeling unsure, where am I going? What am I doing? Go back to wait. Who is this person that is walking this path? Why am I doing this? And then go back to I'm doing this because I started this. This is my why. And I continue to do this because this is where I want to go. This is what I want to achieve. And I see that a lot of people, they are trying to be something because they feel like they're going to get more likes, more sales, more investment, attract more people, and grow their business. But they lost touch on their authenticity, which is the key element for successful marketing, is authenticity. And the reason why a lot of businesses fail is because they're not being authentic. They lost touch of who they are.
And I would add something there, because they don't have their branding and they're like pillars in place. They're, like they can't be consistent, and that's where they lost track of their authenticity, because they try to they see their authenticity as a test, as something that I should experiment here and there. So they don't believe that things build up with time, because they don't understand the patterns and like the ins and outs, whatever. So they just quit. So that's why I think I love branding, because it's so beautiful. For example, if you are a musician or an artist, and you have a vision for exposition, whatever art you are doing, you don't have those things yet, right? But you have the vision for that, don't you? So your brand is all the art that you didn't, paint yet, right? It's there, it's inside of you. It's all. So this is all the services you will provide. It's the people that you are saving. These are the families that you are, that you are keeping together, you're helping, that you are saving. So all of those things that you are dreaming of doing are part of the brands. But Dani and her team and our team, and what we do is we try to really pick those thoughts very carefully and question those thoughts, and putting those together and aligning those little dreams in a way that looks beautiful.
I want to say something that you mentioned about brand pillars. Clients hire us because they know their authenticity, they're why they're, because they know, but then they have grown so much that sometimes their associates, their employees, they don't know, because like there's nothing written on paper. So we actually write on paper. We have a product called a branding report, where we interview the business owner and then we put on paper your company DNA. It's like your brand book. It's amazing. And I love doing that.
That's a great thing, yeah.
In that brand book, we have everything, the story behind the brand, like the owner, the why, the because, everything. And we have the brand pillars. And I always tell my clients that if you are hiring someone, or if you're inviting someone to become an associate, you need to go back to your brand pillars and see if they match that. It's kind of like if they match those pillars for your brand, they would be a great fit. The problem is that because you don't have these things written down, sometimes it's like you lose track.
So let's say you were playing Harry Potter at school, whatever, like at the therapy school, whatever, and you didn't read the book. How do you know, the personality or the characters, you know what I mean? Or the interaction, or the story behind.
You're gonna make up something yourself.
Why does he have a scar? I mean, you don't know those things. So the brand book is the same thing for people that work for an organization. If they don't know the story, they will play any role that they might think is,
It's like knowing the rules.
Exactly.
How are you gonna play by the rules if you don't even know the rules? So this authenticity, putting that authenticity on paper. And the second thing, you said that someone asked you, how can I guarantee that my brand's going to be successful, or how can I... One thing that I can say about that with confidence is whatever you do with passion, whatever you're passionate about, is going to work, and it is going to be successful. It might take longer than you're willing to do the work, but if that is your passion, and you're going to be authentic about your passion, and you're going to take each step with confidence because you're being authentic and this is what you want to do, it will work. So authenticity and passion are two of the most important things you can have as a solopreneur, as an associate, as a clinic owner, to be a successful therapist in whatever shape or form that means for you.
If I am an associate of a brand, let's say I work for someone else, right? And I come to you, I want to create a brand, I want to create my logo.
We do have clients that are associates, and they're doing their marketing separately from their clinic. I think that as long as the clinic is aware and on board,
that's a great point, yes,
with their marketing activities, and a lot of clinics are, and like some of our clients, like our clients that are associates, they're all like, everything is okay. It's not hiding.
It's cool because we work with both of them, right?
Yes, we
have many cases that we work with both.
We have cases that we have both. We provide services for the clinic and for the associate. So I think as long as they are aligned you establish the rules of the game, and if the rules are you're welcome to do your own marketing, it's okay. But some other clinics, they're like, no, I really need you to embrace our brand and be an ambassador of our brand. As long as you are aligned with your goals, you do have to keep in mind that what is the brand that you're going to be the ambassador, like in a bigger way. That's something to consider.
And you know what? I think the problem is because some clinics, they don't have a branding, so they don't have rules.
That's true.
Right? And then it's hard because then you have associates they don't know how to play the game because they don't have rules. So if you are a clinic, you must have a branding report and you must share this with your associates. Yes. That's so important. If you are a solopreneur, we understand that you are discovering things on your practice still. I mean, you're still like maybe doing your research or experimenting things. It's fine. But if you are a clinic, you must have a branding positioning report because it saves you so much time on those little things. You know, with associates, not only with clients and with marketing and with like getting new clients and growing internally.
Yeah, like even with the receptionist.
Exactly.
Like we talk about the tone, we talk about, you know, the way that you talk to people, the way that you approach, the way that you are on social media. Are you going to be the funny one? Are you going to be more serious? So everybody needs to be aligned with that personality.
And just so you know, if you're listening, a branding report, what Danny is mentioning, is like almost like a book with all rules, so it's a manual.
Yeah.
A manual, can we say manual?
Yeah,
like
a
booklet of many things and aspects of the brand, right? So it is an in-depth research, analysis, and a structure of how you want people to perceive you, but also how you want people to play inside of your company, right?
Yeah.
How you want them to behave and stuff. So, yeah.
This is how you build ambassadors for your brand. When you have a well-established brand and people know the rules and people know who you are, the personality of that brand, and the way that you position and talk, and then colors, designs, but it's way before that, right? It's like the iceberg. Like the tip of the iceberg is like the logo, the colors, everything, and then what's below is the vision, the mission, the positioning.
The branding work we do.
This is the branding work that we do, and there's no better way for you to make people ambassadors of your brand than explaining to them, showing them, this is who we are, this is what we do.
I have a last question that is hard one. Are you ready?
All right. Yes.
Okay. I built my brand. It's been 5 years. I'm working with you. I'm happy. Clinic is thriving. Multiple locations. I changed my mind. I don't have this vision anymore. I want to change my brand. And I call you, Daniela. I love the work we did, but it doesn't resonate with me anymore. What I'm going to do now?
I am so proud of those people because it all comes back to authenticity. It made sense to you then. It's the because. You have the why, which is why you started. But I continue because, and that because changes. And if things changed, and let's be honest, things change. In life.
We can see all this brand online, like rebranding and stuff. They change. Things change. Yeah.
We're going through this right now. We recently had a client that they wanted to be like big and serious and established. And we worked for that for like 6 years. And now they said, actually, we want to be a little bit more fun. We are well established. We're thriving. But we want our brand to be a little bit more light and fun.
And you know what? This is normal because, see, when you are growing the business, you are worried with some things like financial aspects of the business. And you want it to be established and to be balanced, to have some freedom maybe to make decisions. Once you have that freedom, once you have that part figured out, most of the time you're allowed to dream bigger or you have new dreams, right? Because you already achieved the one that you had before. You know what I mean?
Don't be afraid to change.
Yeah.
Change is good. Change is exciting. It will make you feel alive. So that is totally okay. That happens. And I get very proud of our clients when they go through this and they're like, you know what? I have to be honest. It doesn't feel the same anymore. Your why will remain the same.
Yeah, the because.
The because is what has changed over the years. And I'm making this up myself. I haven't read this, like the why and because, but it's because we talk about the why so much. Everybody's talking about why. Why are we not talking about the ongoing, the because, and I'm still doing this because. So, yeah.
And that's it for this episode.
Yeah.
This is Rod Pancine.
And I'm Daniela Torres, and this is
Marketing
Marketing for Therapists.